it doesn't work this time, then we're sort of shagged. Being honest with you.
Get carried
I don't
roll
like. I
to
didn't even properly look over the fucking settings. Like there could be something badly wrong. So like.
streams up there.
Okay, so everyone. Okay, it looks good. It looks good. Thank God. Okay, now it looks like we're looking good here, lads.
Just don't say that yet, anyway.
Welcome to SideBySideRacing, our first race in the league, and it is Tier 2 Round 1 here in Austria. Again, I'm here with Fairman. We've had a fair few goals of this already.
How are we getting on?
Hopefully everything's going well anyway. No cars are out yet. Oh, why is there no sound?
If you're in, boys, just give us a out weather update as well.
Gary, if you're listening, I think that's just yours. Everyone else seems to have audio. Oh my God, someone's gone.
I'll just make sure I have my audio unshared.
Okay, lads are coming out the pits now. Sorry for the delay again, lads. It's just the PSN servers have decided they don't want to work with us today for our first race. So it just makes everything a bit more awkward. But hopefully now that we're underway, I know it's a bit delayed and everything, but we can get going and just get it up and running. And hopefully it can just stick that way.
I got kicked from the game.
Oh, that's great.
This is great, ain't it?
Yeah, okay, I'll invite you back. It's going great, lads. Great start to the league. I can't invite you because it says you're joined.
There.
Okay, so the first lads that we're going to be starting a lap will be the Haas of Ruhal Stem. Some of these names are not the greatest at pronouncing, but this Mercedes going slowly and he's going to the pits, and so
yeah,
Ruhal
PlayStation
Stem,
Networks undergoing maintenance.
takes turn on very cautiously with the traffic up the road of K Flemo, I think that is, and also Ferrari of Leighton. Let's see how he takes turn 3 here. Brakes early again. Fireman, I'm going to try to invite you again. No, it still says you're joined. I can't. Okay,
Hold on, give it a second here.
So, Ruhal has kept going his lap. It's a very cautious lap. I think he just wants to get a lap on the board by the looks of it. Hopefully he can just get a lap in, just get a lap on the board. It's the best thing to do for the start of qualifying. And he goes very slowly through there. And he goes quite wide. This would be, I'd say, a 107. Yep, a 107.6. Not the best banker, but it'll do. Just to get a lap on the board. So the next couple of lads that are going to be coming to the line, there's the Aston Martin there. Yeah, so an AlphaTauri of Atanas has invalidated. It looks like he's going for another lap, or that was his out lap, I'm not too sure. He takes turn 1 quite nicely there, and he's just coming up to turn 2. Fairman, have you managed to get in?
Keep PlayStation Network is currently undergoing maintenance.
Okay. So Atanas is coming up to turn 5 here, I think it is, and he takes it quite nicely. This has been quite a good lap from Atanas. Very solid, nothing really gone wrong. Just getting a lap on the board again. Just have to get a banker on this track, because it's very easy to invalidate in pretty much any corner. Big lift through there. That will not help his time. So Fairman, do you think, who do you think is going to be the favourites for this tier, and what's your opinions on it?
I'd say Gary Rubro and Rory Drain would be my two favourites, because like I've seen him race on another pace, but I'd say there might be a few surprises in there. Fallen XN2 starting off with 1038 as a banker, that's decent time.
A bit off the pace there with a 104.3 compared to Fallon's 103.8. But Gary's usually quite good in quali anyway, so I'm expecting him to pick up that time. But Rory Drain would be the type of lad who wouldn't be amazing in quali, but is just a points merchant, and he consistently gets points every single race, and he's just very good at doing that.
And he's able to put himself into different situations where it benefits him in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. Rory never really gets damaged. He's just a really consistent driver, simple as.
Stays out of trouble, and he's well able to pick moves that he knows he can complete.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just coming to the end of his lap here. He's coming around the last two corners. He takes that very nicely, actually. How did he take the last corner? Oh, he goes a bit wide. He's almost invalidated, but he comes to the line now, and he's gone P5 ahead of his title rival, Gary Drobro.
There's definitely a lot of time to make up in these laps so far.
Derek has set a very good lap of a 103.3 on 3-lap old tyres, so I'm not sure how he's done that. So he's done 3 laps on them tyres instead of he's 5/10 up. Gary Drober looks like he might have a challenger here for the title.
He really wants to go into the pits now and change those tyres and get back out on a fresh set, and don't make any mistakes, because those tyres will be horrible after 5-6 laps.
Yeah, he needs to make sure that he beats that lap. If he doesn't beat that lap, then he's gonna struggle in the race, which is where the points are made. Like,
there's a lot of lads not changing their tyres as well.
Yeah, you'd wonder, do they know what they're meant to be doing? Like, I know for a lot of lads it's their first proper league race. They've done a few races before but never done a league race. But yeah, the pace seems to be okay at the minute. There's a few lads who seem to be a bit off, but it looks very close, to be fair. There's 5/10 between majority of the grid.
Also, with the new game, you can't pick 4 sets of softs for Austria as well, so maybe going out and doing a couple of laps on the first set of softs and then coming back in and having 2 fresh sets for your last 2 laps isn't a bad idea either.
Yeah, exactly. Just the problem is with that, if you set a lap and you're in the top 10 and then you either invalidate or you just can't beat that time, like Big Boy Derek might have that problem, that's where it's just going to hurt you in the race then. Like, you can't be having that. Like,
what do you think pole will be?
But Big Boy Derek's time there, I know Gary is very quick on time trial. I know time trial is a different thing, but he'd be setting a 102.8, so I'd say there'd be a good battle for pole here. All going well. And
I'd say
Joe was on a lap here, and Chris Rutt, oh, that could be a steward's inquiry there. Chris Rutt did not get out of the way and blocked Cyber Joe as he was up on his lap. That could be very bad for Chris. That could be a quality ban.
I think he just was too focused on the car in front, and then coming out of the corner, he just seen Cyber Joe behind him.
Yeah, it's just you need to be. A lot of lads don't have the experience of it, so they don't really know what they're at. As I'm not even attempting to pronounce that name. Idris Hokistra invalidates out of turn 1. T Price retired. I actually missed that one. I'm not sure where he retired or when he retired. But
I think he's in the pits. I think he retired in the pits.
I'm not sure why he would do that.
This car is in the pits.
I'm not not sure what just happened there, but there's a lot of cars, a lot of traffic.
People coming out of pits, getting in each other's way.
We'll go on board with K Flemo here for his lap. He's just about to start his lap. It's on the last corner. And yeah, K Flemo I'd say would be another contender for this title. I'm not sure if he'd be at Gary's pace, but he's very solid in quali, and usually in races he doesn't get damage, and he just gets points, similar to Rory Drain. Like,
there's a good few lads here, well able, like they're consistent enough, even if they aren't the best in quality, they'll be able to make their way up through the field in the race.
Yeah, exactly. As K-Flame was backed off his lap, he made a mistake coming out of turn 3, and Gary Drobo goes second, but he's still 3/10 off the pace, so Gary is, pressure's getting to him.
Knowing Gary now, he's just sandbagging till last lap. He's just warming up, getting ready for one big push.
Yeah. I'd say Gary would be. Rory Drain is about half a tenth up through the middle sector of C, because it's a very tight grid from P3 down to P9. There's only 3/10 in it, so just a small little improvement can bring you up 3-4 positions. So Rory Drain comes to the line. What would he set? He improves. He doesn't improve. He's down in time. I'm not sure what happened there to Rory.
He was a bit, he was too far away from the apex at the second last corner there. For that apex, you literally Rory have to be on it, where Rory is just a little bit away and kind of brought the car out wide.
Yeah, Face Forward's starting a lap here. Face Forward is another fairly quick lad. I'm not sure if he'd be at the pace of the front runners, but he definitely has enough pace to be challenging for good points every single race.
They all seem to be very careful about turn 1 as well. There's nobody really attacking the curb.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of that would come on the last couple of laps, or their last lap, when they're just going for it. They need to at that point. As Chris Rush, after his instant with Cyber Joe, is just starting his lap now, takes turn 1 very cautiously, and he's backed off. I'm not sure what's happened there to Chris. It's late and has left the session. Fireman, are you back in?
No, I'm watching the stream on my phone.
Alright,
let me just restart my PlayStation and see what's going on.
yeah, that's so. So Rory Drain goes P3 with a very competitive time, as Face Forwards has gone on the last corner by the looks of it. I'm not sure how he's hit the wall there, but it doesn't look great for him, to be honest. Oh, he hasn't. Oh my. What? What's going on here? Face Forward just retired on the apex of the last corner, and Callum Mitford, I don't think he exactly seen it coming, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's gonna harm Callum Mitford's chances in quali, to be honest. Does Chris have a front? Yeah, he does in the front wing. No, he doesn't. He's missing an end plate. I don't know what happened there. Chris go easy with entering the pits there. As there's 4 minutes left in quali, I'm assuming we have the quali glitch, so there'll be an extra 40 or 50 seconds added on. So I'd say lads would definitely have enough time to get out and get a lap, as I see that Williams doesn't have a front wing either. So I'm sort of wondering, was there a collision there with Chris to harm both their laps? They could have been very easily, that's the thing. Yep. So here comes Matthew XY3. I'm not too sure on a lot of these lads' pace, because I haven't raced with them before or anything like that, but hopefully, as long as it's so competitive, he sets a very decent time. This is very close from, again, second down to 9th. It's very, very good times from the lads. It'll be very interesting in the last runs now, because you probably do 2 runs on your tyres for the last, and get away with it fairly comfortably in the race. That's the thing. So it's very different around a track like Austria, where it's a very small track and there's not a huge amount of tyre wear. It's like a soft medium is fairly possible around here without too much hassle. Yeah, Big Boy Dark is definitely looking like a contender for pole and the title here. Like I had Big Boy Derek in tier 1, but I wasn't sure if he'd be at the pace, so I moved him down to give Gary and Rory a challenge, and he looks like he's living up to that, and he's beating them at the minute. So as Matthew misses the apex badly there, he was a 10th up. That could have been a very competitive time. Let's see if he could still improve though, and he doesn't. That second last apex really cost him on that lap. Everyone's starting to come out now on their last lap in quali. Yeah, so there's a few lads. Oh, what was that? Chris Rush is the pressure's getting to Chris here. I would expect Chris to be a bit higher up than this, but he's been involved in his fair share of collisions today. Just going off the track, and he's in a bad place there. Is it fixed for you, Fairman?
No, PlayStation servers are down.
Still?
Yeah, I checked the stats there and it said that it's going underneath maintenance.
Right. Oh my god, I don't know what happened there to Callum Mitford. He's just drove straight into the wall. I think that might be a steward's inquiry. I'm not really too sure what's going on there. He's just sort of drove straight into the wall. There's not much other explanation than that, to be honest. A big thing here for the lads' last laps would be track position. If they're in very congested areas, like the lads coming up to turn 3 are at the minute, they're going to struggle on their lap, and they're not going to have the space to set it. So they need to just spread out and just get there. Like, look at this. Like, they need to just be careful and just if he can't be. Oh, what's he doing?
They're literally racing each other.
He's just hitting to the back of K Flem.
Oh my god.
So he's just hitting to the back of K Flem one. I don't know what's happening there. Some lads need to learn how to race properly, to be honest with you. That's very poor from Cyber Joe, especially as a reserve as well.
There's no farming today, so they know.
Okay, so Big Boy Derek is going for pole here. So he's just slightly up on his lap through sector 1 at the minute. I feel like him and Rory, Dre and Gary are the 3 contenders for pole, and it's going to be very interesting to see in the race who wins eventually. But some of the things that we've seen in quali just haven't been up to standard, as Big Boy Derek is slightly down in his time, and he invalidates the exit. Just coming out of sector 2, he gets too much on it. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to set another lap or not with the glitch and everything, but Gary is on his lap here. Actually no, Rory Drain is coming around the last 2 corners now. He left a lot of time in these last 2, and we'll see what he can get. He takes it very nicely. He needs to get in that slipstream as he improves by a small bit, but not enough, so it won't be Rory Drain on pole anyway. But Gary Droger was a 10th up through the first sector, and he just needs 2 or 3 more. If he can just get up there and get pole, and he can drive away into the sunset then, and he'll be happy out.
He just needs to keep it clean, don't invalidate, try to get as close to the curb in these last 2 corners as he can.
I'm not sure what's going on here with the lads in sector 1. They need to be careful with the traffic. As Gary comes around the last corner, what's Gary going to set? And he doesn't improve. I'm not sure what happened there, as he was a 10th up as I left him. But yeah, Gary doesn't improve, so Gary's in P3, which is not what he would have wanted at all. I'm not sure what's going on here with all the lads going very slowly, as, oh my god, Gary is now in P4. Pressure is for tyres, Gary does say, but it's getting to him here, as he's just not, it's not a good enough lap for him, simple as.
I think we'll just call your man in second Shoe.
Shoe?
Yeah, Shoe.
Yeah, we'll call him Shoe.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Gary, there's a long way to go in the race.
Adam Wheeler, if you can request the footage from Chris there. I'm not. It looks to me like he just drove straight into that wall. I'm not too sure though.
Flanking.
Yeah, so the lads have. I don't know. I don't think Big Boy Dark actually set his quickest. He set his quickest lap on 2 or 3 lap old tires, so he's going to be feeling it in the race. So that's, I suppose, where Gary and Rory, with their, let's say, experience in league racing, that could where it could come to them. But I think that's quali, anyways. A very good quali.
I'd say the first few laps they'll be fairly equal, but after a couple of laps, Rory, Gary, they'll be after their tyres will be one lap fresher. So hopefully they'll be able to get a little charge on and put pressure on the boys in 1 and 2 if the grid stays the way it is out of turn 1. But I think
feel like turn 1 could be a bit chaotic, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the grid for qualifying is Big Boy Dark takes pole on his first race, on everyone's first race. Shu takes P2, Rory Drain is in P3, Gary Drobro P4, Fallon is in P5, K Flemmo P6, Face Forward P7, Bass Aaron in P8, Cyber Joe in P9 as a reserve, Matthew XY3 is in P10, Anas Fighter, which is a good quality for him, in P11, T Price P12, Callum Mitford P13, Trigger Kenobi, Rutty Boy, Reese Lally, and Ruhel, Leighton and Millen are the ones who round off the grid.
These PlayStation servers are annoying.
Now hopefully Gary lives up to everyone's expectations here. He's got a lot of money on him, according to Jack Carty, so I'll try to give you one more invite, Fairman, if I just before the race. Try joining now there if you can.
I will.
But yeah, lads, if you can get your predictions in the chat of who's what's the podium going to be here. I think personally it'll be P1 Big Boy Dark. He was 3/10 clear. I don't think, unless he's a Jamie Enright and just only does quali. Yeah, I think he's gonna run away with this one. I think Rory Drain will be P2 and Gary will be P3. And I think there would be a lot of collisions, to be honest with you. Hopefully there isn't, but I feel a few safety cars coming, and that could make the strategy very interesting.
It looks a little overcast as well, and we haven't had an update on the weather, so...
Yeah, as far as I know it's dry, but the dark clouds would definitely help out the tyre temperatures for a lot of the lads who'd struggle with just doing the one stop. So everyone in the bottom 10 has decided to go on mediums, and obviously the top 10 have to go on softs, as that's the tyre that they said quali on, or set their quali lap on. And there is the future tier 1 champion anyway, LOI Tommy. If he can get his internet fixed, then he will be, hopefully he can, oh, and lads have got disqualified, Reese and Ruhel. I'm not sure what's happened here. Lads are getting very close in the formation lap.
Bit too close.
Seems to have lagged out as well as Millen, but I can't see them. I'll try to give them an invite. I didn't notice that actually. I think a few lads, yeah. The PlayStation servers seem to be fairly done. I don't know what Trigger Kenobi is at, but he needs to stay within 10 car lengths or he will be getting a quali ban. It's a very quick formation lap from Big Boy Jack. He's not taking his time at all. But lads just need to keep it clean at the back. It's very, very tight. I can't have anyone else getting disqualified, especially if they're reserve. And lads seem to be fairly close, which is all good to see, although Matthew has not. He's dropped off, so it doesn't look great for Matthew. He hasn't read through the rules at all, I would say. But yeah, that looks like a definite quali ban for Matthew anyway. Hopefully the LOI lads can put on a show. Gary Drobro and Rory Drain, K Flemo as well would be us. All them three would be LOI. Gee, I hope I can get a bit of camera angle than this. So yeah, the cars are all lining up on the grid now. As the lights are out, I think we have the glitch, which we do. There's no revs yet. I'm just waiting for the revs start coming. Jeez. And
Taking his time on it.
Safety car. Why is there a safety car? What? So, what?
This is a bit odd.
That's I blacked out. I don't know what's going on here, lads. The safety car's out, nobody's moved, and people are getting disqualified for parking in a dangerous location apparently, so I really don't know what's going on here at all.
The boys, they can't move at all and they're just getting disqualified.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. Unless it's me that's blacked out, I couldn't tell you what's going on here at all.
And this...
Yeah.
Jesus.
This is really going great. Oh, the revs are going now. Okay. Okay, Flemo's spun. And he's took Matthew with... Oh my god, oh my god. Lads.
Oh my... That Williams went flying.
I think I'm delayed. To be honest with you. What's going on?
So many penalties in that first corner.
Lads, what's
the
going on here?
stewards will
People
have
are
a
getting
field day.
disqualified.
Oh, the safety car is still out.
The safety... Oh, lads are getting disqualified for overtaking the safety car. I don't think they could see the safety car. I think this is going to have to be postponed. This is just chaos. Yeah, lads overtook the safety car there, and it's just lads are just driving it into a wall.
Gary drove road. Oh, he's Gary's just racing.
I don't know what is going on here. The safety car is just...
Oh, the boys are lined up behind the safety car, and Gary Drobro says, Michael Massey.
The safety car's just stopped. Everyone's gone. I think I'm going to have to restart this one. I don't know what's going on here.
Drobro slows down.
So lads, I'm sorry for this, but for all you listening, we're going to postpone it to Thursday night, just because of the state of the PlayStation Network and Gary just driving into one. Sorry about this, lads. I don't think we have the time to restart tonight. We can give it a go, but it's just... I'll put up a message in the Discord server and I'll let you decide between yourselves. Sorry about this again, lads. It's just everything has seemed to gone wrong tonight with the broadcast and everything, the PlayStation Network. But yeah, thanks for watching anyway, and see